Hello guys, welcome to another live. I'd firstly like to apologise for the noise. There is a fence being put up. It's actually my partner helping out the neighbour a few houses down, but it's still noisy. But hey, what can you do? I can't exactly put tiles on my walls now, can I? I hope you guys are well. Gizmo Sales eBay. For those of you who've been on my last stream, the last two streams actually, this is Chris from Quick Fix 22. So he's given himself a new name. Welcome, Chris. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining me. It's really nice to have your support and have you joining me on the live. Yeah, so today is an eBay talk again. Not that I'm an expert, I'm not, obviously, but I just feel that it's good to share everything I experience. And if there's anything I've learned from YouTube, it's being able to be around people in similar situations and, see people's stumbles and triumphs and people watching just is great anyway without them having to give you expert skills. So what I wanted to talk about was a few things that happened on eBay. The first thing was eBay hacking scare. Now, I woke up last night. I put my daughter to bed about 8 o'clock and she fell asleep at 8 o'clock. I went to sleep at 8 o'clock too and found myself just really, really tired. Woke up about 11 o'clock. Then I was texting my friends and 1:30 went back to sleep again. Found myself awake 3 o'clock-ish, so I was like, oh, okay, I've got some eBay stuff to do. I need to refund somebody. So went into my office, onto my laptop, tapped in eBay. I never need to type www, who does these days, So I went into my browser, typed in eBay, and this page came up for the login as it normally would do. Now I've got a personal eBay, I've got a business eBay account for my languages teaching. So I don't sell anything for languages on that account at all. It's just there for if I need to buy stuff that I put through my work, so materials, resources, and that kind of thing. So I logged in. I have recently changed passwords and email addresses, though, to be able to use the right email address for the right account kind of thing, because when you have your own business in your own web domain, you can create unlimited email addresses at that domain. So I just did a bit of jiggling around a few weeks ago and the last week, hoping that everything would be fine. So I can't see why that would be an issue. But I went through my logins and I cleared out the saved passwords in my browser and that kind of thing. So I knew that each account had exactly the right password saved in my browser keychain kind of thing in the memory. So when I logged in, I knew I was using the right details. But what happened is I got this information through this thing pop up, and it said, we need you to enter your, and this was 3 o'clock in the morning. I was very tired, so bear with me. It said something, that's it. eBay, we've had to stop or put a stop on your account because someone else was using it. Okay, so they said, right, enter your password and we'll get you back again, kind of thing. So I did that, although that was a bit odd because it said, this isn't working. To password reset, you need to check your email. Press this button, we'll send you an email. Okay, so I looked at it and the email was a completely different address that I don't have. I don't have a Yahoo email address with the naming ending in a 0. So I thought, oh my God, somebody has logged in somehow, because I'm very good at internet safety. I've always been the most technical person out of everyone, all of my friends and family. I'm the one who normally, you know what I mean? So it's a bit kind of, it can happen to anyone, obviously. And I thought, oh my God, I only changed the blooming password, the email like a few days ago. So they've got into my account, changed my email address. And the password I used on that eBay account anyway was used nowhere else in the world. Okay, so I was just like, okay, this is a bit random. They've logged in and they've changed their email. They've changed my email address to theirs. So if I press reset, that email would then go to somebody else, not me. So I wouldn't be able to reset my account. And there were no options available. It said, okay, press this if it's not working, and had these really wishy-washy instructions that just were not helping at all. And I just thought, what is going on? What is this? How can I just not access anything? And there was no chat support. And they said, we're open at 8 a.m, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, oh, there's a hacker. They're awake in the middle of the night up to mischief. They're not going to be letting it go. So I went back to bed, got my phone out, and thought, okay, what am I going to do? In the end, I managed to, because when you're on your phone, you're still logged in, aren't you? So I was logged in, and I found even with Facebook, you reset your passwords and you end all the sessions. They don't technically all stop and log you out, I found. So I used my current session that was in place that afternoon to access my eBay account. And then I did a password reset there. And the email address was fine. The email address wasn't this Yahoo. So I was kind of like, how could they have hacked it and it not be hacked? So, and then I thought I'll come back and check my history, my browsing history on my Mac here, right? And it says I've got, right. So all the URLs are https://www.ebay.co.uk/myebay. Prior to that, the same, just .co.uk. Before that, the live help was //ocsnext.ebay.co.uk, and then accounts.ebay.co.uk, signin.ebay.co.uk, and that's it. So it was a bit kind of strange. There was an RU, sign in at RU equals https ebay.co.uk. Well, that doesn't look too weird to me, but I don't really know. But if it says sign in at RU, I don't know if that's something iffy or not in error coding or web. You know, when websites divert you to places and you see all this extra code in the URL. Anyway, I am waffling a bit slightly. Back to the comments. You deleted Facebook last night. Wow. Did you really delete the whole thing, or did you just turn it off for a bit? Bless you. That must have been a real moment if you turned your Facebook off. I mean, yeah, I went off my Facebook for a while and put a video on here about why I've not been on social media for a while. Yeah, it's full of rubbish, isn't it, really? But hey ho, your life's better without Facebook. Which brings me to my next point, actually, the bit I was talking about the hacking. So there's no evidence of being hacked, right? I looked at my history. I took screenshots of all my listings and the stuff I'd sold, so I could even maybe find the user again, or I don't know how I would contact them again. But hey, if my account got hacked and I couldn't get into it, as it was kind of saying, but luckily I refreshed everything and changed my password. Everything's all fine, so that's good. I'll talk about the Facebook thing actually in the next thing. But the second thing I want to talk about was eBay refunds, which is something that my expert friends made lots of friends recently on YouTube who are eBay resellers. Most of them are from the US, so it's still not. I really want to make some UK friends to really get a feel for things, because I think it takes years to really get your place and know your stuff, and kind of maximize your profits, minimize your time investment, and save money and not get taken for a ride by anybody, because there's some real baddies out there, and I've heard from a few forums some really bad stories of customers ripping off eBayers. So the refund issue, I made a video, haven't uploaded it. This is why I'm doing a live, because video uploads, I'm just not getting the time to get through my urgent task list in the day and then do videos which don't seem to be as urgent as other things at the moment. So I had to package this. I thought, right, I'll film while I'm packaging my eBay stuff, because obviously then it's a great way of still connecting with my audience, telling them what's going on in my life, what am I up to, talking about the things that matter right now, what I'm up to. So I filmed packaging a printer, an old photo card printer, so you print from the card or print from the camera. So I bought that once, didn't use it, nobody needed it, but I thought it was great and cheap, so I thought we'd sell it. Packaged it up, and I was just wrong in my estimations of the pricing of packaging, so I had to add an extra £1.20 onto my calculations. Like take it off my costs, because they'd only paid a certain amount for postage, and I was trying to pack it, and I spent ages packing it, padding it, I think, and I can't remember now, but the video you'll see there was such a huge effort gone. And the chap emailed me back yesterday, and he said, I was really happy with the quality of the item, but turned it on, the light came on, and then it flickered and it never came on again. and he phoned. Thank you for coming, guys. Really appreciate you being here. Talking about eBay refunds. If you've just joined us, this occasion where I had an item that was working, it was secondhand. I sold it on, and I listed it as described, and said, it was working at some point, but now, now it's not. And what happened was, I had this lovely message from the chap, and I thought, oh no, he genuinely sounded honest and, disheartened that this item was not working and that he'd gone everywhere. Audit everywhere. Hello, you're new. Nice to meet you. Feel free to say hello to everyone and introduce yourself. So what was I going to say? The refund had. I thought, okay, so if this item has stopped working, the chap had made lots of effort actually to go to the local camera shop and find out what could be done, how it can be fixed, blah, blah, blah. And he was advised that because it was so old, it's likely that there's something on the board, the circuit board, that can't be fixed. It's dried or something. Thank you. Yeah, nice to meet you. Lovely. Thank you very much. Just talking about eBay stuff. I'm not a beginner. I am a beginner. I'm not an expert. I'm just explaining a few things that happened, just to get a few things off my chest. Not really, just to share with you guys, really. And this refund was, I kind of thought, well, if it's broken, if I then have the man send it back, I've then got to it's more money, more faffing around, more messing about. And I just thought, well, if it's not working, can't do much with it. Nobody's going to want it for parts because I've already listed it. They could have bought it as parts then. And I just thought, right, correct or wrong, don't send me the item back. I'll at least refund you your money, and I'll have to take the heat on it and the time lost doing all that packaging. So I just wondered if anyone's had similar issues. Mercari, yeah. So I didn't look on the internet to see if Mercari was in the UK, but Poshmark is definitely not in the UK. Are you from the States? Audit everywhere. Do you sell on eBay at all? Or did you used to? You've had similar issues. Yeah. So, I mean, it's one of those things. I just think this guy didn't do anything wrong. I mean, he could have been a false chap disguised as a really nice man. Perhaps in hindsight, rather than refunding him, I should have, Long Island, New York. Cool. That's a cool place. Yeah, that's really cool. Haven't been over to New York. I've been to Florida and to a few different places in the center. South Dakota, Colorado, on a road trip. It was really great fun. So I kind of thought, I was basically out and about. I'd gone to meet my mum and dad in the park just to wave at them, basically. And I was just like, I need to reply to this guy straight away. I said, oh, what, I'm not going to try and sell this item. Don't send it back. Just, no extra cost or anything. Let's just done with it now. So yeah, I can't remember what my second thought was this morning. I thought maybe I shouldn't have refunded it because I can't remember what I was going to say. I don't know. What would you have done? And how do you, because it wasn't a business account, I shouldn't have been so bothered about the feedback. There's only 32 feedback on it at the moment. I was so gutted last night at the thought of it being hacked because I'd only just got a month into the PayPal not holding your payments part. It took them months and months and months to give me my payments, to stop holding my payments, I should say, after creating the account. So you have a summer home in PA. Is that Philadelphia? And you buy lots of stuff from the flea markets and you sell on Mercari. Cool. So Philadelphia is just south, I believe. I'm getting to know my American geography again. After all these friends I'm making on YouTube who are over in the States. So the flea markets are a thing that I'm getting more familiar with. I think, from what I can understand, flea markets are secondhand / vintage stores that have lots of treasured items, things that people don't want to throw away, that are that can be trendy again, like furniture, glass, not necessarily glassware, but earthenware. Is that right? Oh. Oh, okay. Um, oh, you created a scam. Oh dear. eBay had to accept my scam and pay me out, so I just banned you forever. Oh dear. That's not. Why did you do that? That's not nice. So a flea market is like that, like a yard sale. Okay. Um. Yeah. So what do we call them in England then? Because they're not. Then we have markets, right? So we have these little. I'm trying to describe a market. So in the UK, we have. Well, my French clients, when I was teaching French to families and people who had, you know, holiday homes in France and wanted to go and fit them out, they would tell me that they would go to Brocante, which was an antique shop, but you wouldn't get cheap stuff there. It'd be quite expensive stuff, a really fancy old table, stuff that you know nothing about if you don't know anything about that kind of thing. Whereas obviously the charity shop things, there, you get all sorts of things in there, low and high value. So yeah. I think I like to get my head around these things, to really fully understand them. So yeah, and then the third thing, because I don't know how long it's going to be before my daughter wakes up, and from experience, if you've been to my life before, it's just shocking. My daughter will just decide to wake up, and then obviously she doesn't decide to wake up, but she's 2 and a quarter, just over, and she'll wake up and she'll be like, so she'll need me to go and tend to her, and if she doesn't fall asleep, I'll come back in here with her and she'll be grumpy as heck. So I've decided if she starts crying, I'll have to cut the live and stop and sign out from there. So if you do get onto these other points, then it's a bonus. But another comment. So this is technically my third proper live or second proper live stream on StreamYard. The second one was cut. The first one was cut into two. So I'm getting used to doing all those ones. So Audit Everywhere says, I love those places. So there's so many, I love all these kinds of places, charity shops, yard sales. If someone just puts a box outside their house, outside the street and says free, I'll have a good old look. It's really great fun. So I think we're all suffering at the moment where places have been closed or we're a bit too cautious to go and see them. I have got some hauls I thought I would show you guys at some point. I filmed some in advance. Perhaps I should just do one or two online, just bring the box up and just do it when Annabelle sleeps next. That would help me out because the less editing I have to do, the better. Anyway, I hope you guys are okay. So how are you guys doing? How are you guys? Are you keeping spirits up? Are you keeping happy? Keeping healthy? So it's very quiet today. I think because it's a weekend. I haven't done a live on a weekend, I don't think, for a long, long time. So it's very different zone. And I've got my Facebook market violation to talk about. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, I am a rebel, but I'm not a rebel online selling. I do it by the book. So what happened was I had a pushchair that was really dirty. I'm helping someone to sell it. So I did all the mold and stuff, scrubbed it with disinfectant, as I say, scrubbing, hot water, and then it dried in the sunlight, which is also great for zapping stuff. So it was made really lovely and clean. And thank you for subscribing. I've just had a notification. Lovely, welcome. I'll come and check out your channel afterwards. That's lovely. My connections are not public. I had a good reason for it at one point, and I keep forgetting now what that reason was. And I'm thinking maybe I should make them public so people do see that I show them love. But I do go and watch and comment as well, so I'm quite noticed when I go to people's channels. So this violation, I made this pushchair beautifully clean, and then I listed it on eBay, on Facebook Marketplace, because it's too big to pop in the post with a courier or anything. So I thought, right, okay. And in the description, I wrote what I've just told you about, sanitized, really clean, the cleanest pushchair you'll find secondhand anywhere, blah, blah, blah. And then when I looked to edit a listing, it said, you have violated the rules. And I'm like, what? Where? And what eBay, Facebook do is they never seem to tell you where you've infringed their rules. They just say blah, 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 blah. No drugs, no weapons, no services you're selling, no pretending to sell something that you've got and you're not going to sell it. And then it mentioned COVID sanitizer. You're not allowed to sell sanitizer. So I took it off and I put it on again. Hopefully, remove all the words like disinfectant. I've removed this and it's really, really clean. So it's just quite funny. I've just, what have you guys been banned from selling on Facebook? If anyone's watching back on Facebook from England, what do they get banned for? My partner used to sell jumpers on there, and he would get, I think it was stuff that was designer. People would think, oh, well, that's not designer. It's a really rubbish photo. So, okay. So, orders, the scam still exists on eBay, usually around the holidays when people impulse buy. I wish I didn't do it now. I actually got into selling stuff. Well, there you go. You see, so you've changed your ways, and you've got a good. You've been cracking. Oh, you've been working. Oh, sorry, you've been working the whole time. There's two schools of thought, aren't there, of people with COVID at the moment, COVID-19. The people who are at home and too scared to go out, and those who work and go out all the time, and they're just normalising it because that's what they have to do. And every day you go out, you feel better, and you kind of think, oh, I'm still here. And then those who have to work from home, it's another kind of difference. You don't believe the hype. To be honest, there's a certain amount of stuff I don't trust. I don't want to get into politics on my life, but I think a certain amount of information has to be put in a buffer to just deal with as and when it comes up, and to see if you definitely agree with what's happening and what's not happening. I do think there's certain things that the government don't tell us that they could do. Can't say what, but surely they're not going to tell us everything for our own good. They're going to tell us certain things that are good for the country as well. Yes, of course, they want to look after us, make sure we don't all die, but there's a bit of a movement with things. So, Facebook violation. Yeah, they said if you keep posting listings that violate, I'm just like, so rather than reviewing it and saying, look, I request a review, because in the past it's never worked, it's still, they still go, oh, actually, yeah, I thought I'll just remove it. But in the end, I thought perhaps I should have actually raised that query and said, look, I'm talking about, I've sanitized this item. I'm not selling the sanitizer. But I didn't want to rock the boat. Then it says, yeah, if you keep violating, you'll be kicked out. And I'm just like, but I don't have many listings that violate policies, probably one every few months. So, and you don't have any content, no worries, no problem. So do you want me to subscribe to you just in case you start putting out content at some point? But that's fine. I'm meeting more and more people nowadays who just watch and join in the chatter, join in the lives, which is, I'm learning so much about stuff I didn't realize before about YouTube. I actually have a languages channel to teach French and Spanish, which is monetized, but it's kind of crashed because the content I made was for kids. So it's kind of producing a little bit, but not a lot. But that's on my account settings if you guys want to go and have a look at that. It's MLS Natasha if you just want to search it. And so I've been around for a while. Can you see the wrinkles? Can you see how old I've been on the circuit, but I don't necessarily know about that's exactly what it is. But this is stuff that changes with YouTube and Facebook and eBay and all that kind of thing. So yeah, the system picks up on certain words with Facebook Marketplace, absolutely, and that's what it's done, hasn't it? It's just determined that I've used the word sanitizer, thinking, well, 99% of items listed mentioning that that keyword will be selling sanitizer. So yeah, that's good. So those are the things I wanted to talk about. Nothing crazy, but just sharing my journey. And I haven't got, there's some of these other bits I wanted to talk about the other day. Learning and growing on YouTube is something that I've been trying to, I'll just put some little prompts here with the banners because it helps me to focus what I'm talking about. So I haven't had a new eBay sale since the last time I went live because I haven't really listed much. The things I listed kind of sold quickly. So, and I'm just trying to learn and grow a lot about YouTube right now. I'm trying to balance the two. eBay is instant cash to top my funds back up. And YouTube is that longer term gain while I've got a bit more time off and a lot of people are back off work again. So Order Everywhere says, I just watch and chat. I'm all over the place. There's two ways to read that, isn't it? Depends if you hear it. Depends if you say, I'm all over the place, as in your life's just like da 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 da, or all over the place, meaning you cover lots of different platforms. You do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. I'm a bit of both, actually. So yeah. And what is the thing about YouTube is it's nice to connect to a group of people now, to connect to lots of different people. When you're new with your vlog channel and you're trying to build a channel, trying to build views, trying to build likes, trying to build watch hours, it was monetized, this channel was, and then they took it away just when I was starting to get time to start to work on all the video footage I'd published. And then out came the kids stuff, so all my kids videos had to just take a back seat. So some things happened on my screen. I don't know where it's gone. So in America now, I think we're 5 years in the East Coast. You're 5 hours. Did I say years? You're 5 hours behind me. So 3 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I shouldn't count on my fingers. This is not very good skill, is it? My brain's a bit frazzled lately, anyway. Yes, I'm just trying to learn. So I'm trying to learn StreamYard. I would love to do some sort of screen sharing visuals, put some visuals on there. But that needs a bit more ahead planning to get my files there to say what I want to show people. I suppose because I do arts and crafts as well, to put some of those in just to say, look, I've made this box this week. I made this decal, this sticker, this hamper present, blah, blah, blah. This is something that's really cute. 10 o'clock. Oh, do you know why I couldn't see that comment? Because I thought it was the same comment as before. So you're over the place, all over the place on YouTube and in life. Okay, cool. Well, there's the real vast range of things that I watch, actually, all over on YouTube. So many different things. I was going to do a video of like, this is the kind of stuff I watch on YouTube. Just for fun, really. You join a lot of panels. So joining a lot of panels means you guest present with other people. So you talk about all sorts of stuff with the host. I think that sounds good. I'd be a bit scared to do it, but I think if there's any time to do it, it would be now, because it's not, I'm not intimidated by it, and it's quite chilled, and I just think just get stuck in and contribute by being there. Never mind your knowledge or experience on something, you're adding to the energy of the show. It's whether your face fits, isn't it, really? Because I'm kind of often not a separatist by attitude, a separatist by nature. I just get on with my own thing. I tend to lead from the front, not be part of the clan. I do love being around people and being in an environment with people. But I could say I like being my own too. So a bit of a weird one. Definitely have to have people around every day at some point. Not a good loner. Yeah. So the pointers I've put on here. So also with my YouTube channel, have been looking at my channel identity and the video elements. So I've been looking at false alarm, no child crying. So I've been looking at different bits to make my channel look a bit stronger, a bit more like I put more effort into it. Because before I didn't have the energy and the time to really focus on doing my intros, doing the setting behind me, making sure everything was pretty and clear and plain, making sure that so many things were working. So in the end, it was like, okay, just upload stuff, get it on there. And there wasn't much growth happening after a while. It was just kind of stabilizing. But while I've been focusing on getting more subscribers, more views, more likes, and chatting with people, doing more live videos, I have seen that my channel is picking up more people from not necessarily search, but the different browsing features. And this was the last time I looked was the middle of the night, so I've forgotten half of the information I found from my analytics. But I'm starting to put back in, as I used to, a video intro and an outro with elements like, these I make videos on and as a slide, and then thanks for subscribing. That's my daughter. I have to go. Yeah, that's my daughter. I'm going to have to go. So almost bang on half an hour. Thank you so much for coming. I'll be back, but I don't know what time because I don't know when I'm going to be coming live because I don't know what my life's going to present next or every day. But thank you for coming. Please come back and I will shout you out next time. And yeah, it's been really lovely. So thank you so much. I'm going to have to go and get the little madam now and give her a cuddle. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye. See you soon.